During recess at school, 3 boys sat together under a tree, munching on snacks and chatting about their families. "My dad is loaded," bragged Liam, tossing a cookie into his mouth. "He buys me whatever I want, PS5, iPhone, anything. My dad's tall, super fit, and all the girls say he's handsome," said Ryan proudly, grinning. The third boy, Steve, stayed silent. He stared down at the ground, fiddling with a loose thread on his sleeve. "Hey Steve, what about your dad?" Liam asked, nudging him. "Yeah," Ryan added. "What's your dad like?" Steve hesitated, his throat tightening. My dad can't walk." There was a pause, then the 2 boys burst out laughing. "Wait, seriously?" Liam chuckled. "What's he gonna do? Race in a wheelchair?" Steve's face flushed with embarrassment. He didn't say another word. When school ended, Steve trudged home slowly. As he walked through the front door, he saw his father sitting in the same place as always in the living room, in his wheelchair. His face was marked with deep scars, and his eyes held both kindness and pain. "Hey sport," his dad said with a warm smile. Steve stared at him, bitterly. Why are you so ugly?" he muttered under his breath. His father's smile faded slightly, but he didn't get angry. Instead, he gently asked, "Rough day, son?" Steve didn't answer. He just went to his room and shut the door. The next day at school, Steve was more withdrawn than usual. At lunch, he sat alone, until a classmate came over. It was Noah, one of the quiet, kind boys in class. "Hey Steve," Noah said, smiling. "Wanna trade sandwiches?" "Sure, ... Steve mumbled. They started talking, and soon, Steve felt a little better, but then, half-jokingly, Noah said, "Can I be your brother?" Steve looked at him, confused. "Why would you say that?" "So I can share your dad." Noah laughed. Steve forced a smile, but inside, his chest felt hollow. That night, he didn't even look at his father when he came home. The man in the wheelchair sat there, waiting for conversation, but Steve gave him none. Years passed. Steve finished school and got accepted into a good college. He moved away, finally feeling like he was free from the shadow of the man he never truly understood. One afternoon, as he entered his dorm room after class, he saw a letter on his desk. The handwriting was shaky and familiar. It was from his father. He stared at it for a moment, then shoved it into his drawer without reading it. A week passed. One morning, Steve was called out of class. His mother was waiting in the lobby. Her face pale. "Mom?" he asked, surprised. She took a deep breath. "Your father is in the hospital. He's very sick." Steve crossed his arms. "That man is not my dad." His mother's eyes welled with tears. "Don't say that, it's the truth." "No," she said firmly. "The truth is, when you were 3 years old, our house caught on fire. You were trapped on the 2nd floor, crying as the flames surrounded you. Everyone said it was too dangerous to go back in. But your father didn't listen. He ran into that burning building, climbed up, and found you. He wrapped you in a blanket and jumped from the 2nd floor, cradling you in his arms. He broke his back in the fall. That's why he can't walk. That's why he has those scars." Steve stood frozen. The walls seemed to close in on him. His ears rang. His mother continued, her voice trembling. "He never once blamed you. And when you stopped talking to him, he never stopped writing to you, never stopped asking about you." Steve ran back to his room and yanked open the drawer. With shaking hands, he pulled out the unopened letter. His eyes filled with tears as he read, "Dear son, I know I'm not the kind of father you wanted. I can't play catch or chase you around the yard, but I carried you through fire because I loved you. I'm sorry I couldn't give you more. You may not like me, but I will always, always love you. Dad." Steve dropped to his knees, clutching the letter to his chest. His heart ached with the weight of years lost and love misunderstood. That evening, he rushed to the hospital. His father lay in bed, frail and barely conscious. When Steve walked in, the man's eyes opened slightly. "Steve, ... he whispered. Steve gripped his father's hand. "I'm so sorry, Dad. I should have been proud of you. You're the bravest man I know." A faint smile appeared on his father's lips as he squeezed his son's hand weakly. "Thanks, son. ... Tears rolled down Steve's cheeks. "I love you, Dad." And for the first time in years, he meant it.